What's going on, Motivation? How y'all doing today? Today is Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. If you haven't done so already, thank the Lord that you woke up this morning, and go ahead and like the video before it even gets started. And let's go ahead and get today started with the verse of the day. 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 13. Be on your guard, stand firm and in the faith. Be courageous and be strong. What I think that means is, I think it means stand on business. Do what you got to do. Know that God is going to get you out of your situation. Keep doing your works. Keep having faith in God. And keep doing what you're doing. Keep pushing. Just keep on fighting. Everything going to change. Everything going to get better with time. In God's time. And y'all know his timing is perfect. And let's go ahead and get into the word. We read Numbers chapter 23 and 24 today. Balaam said, build me 7 altars here and prepare 7 bulls and 7 rams for me. Balak did as Balaam said, and the 2 of them offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Then Balaam said to Balak, stay here beside your offering while I go aside. Perhaps the Lord will come to meet with me. Whatever he reveals to me, I will tell you. Then he went off to a barren height. But Balak was really determined to do whatever it took as long as Israel was going to be cursed. Balaam was a corrupt prophet, not a false one. He was greedy and ready to receive riches for trying to curse Israel. God met with him, and Balaam said, I have prepared 7 altars, and on each altar I have offered a bull and a ram. The Lord put a word in Balaam's mouth and said, go back to Balak and give him this word. So he went back to him and found him standing beside his offering with all the Moabite officials. Then Balaam spoke his message. Balak brought me from Aram, the king of Moab, from the eastern mountains. Come, he said, curse Jacob for me. Come denounce Israel. How can I curse those whom God has not cursed? How can I denounce those whom the Lord has not denounced? From the rocky peaks I see them. From the heights I view them. I see a people who live apart and do not consider themselves one of the nations. Who can count the dust of Jacob, or number even a fourth of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous, and may the final end be like theirs. Balaam or any other prophet could not curse Israel if God has not cursed them. Balaam couldn't bribe God to curse them. Israel was different. They were chosen by God for a special role in his unfolding plan. Balak said to Balaam, what have you done to me? I brought you to curse my enemies, but you have done nothing but bless them. He answered, must I not speak what the Lord puts in my mouth? I mean, that's what Balaam told Balak. He said, hey, I ain't gonna say nothing out of my own words. I'm only speaking what the Lord is gonna tell me. So Balak is highly confused. He paid good money for a curse against Israel, but he got a blessing instead. Then Balak said to him, come with me to another place where you see them. You will not see them all, but only the outskirts of their camp. So he took him to the field of Zophim on the top of Pisgah. And there he built 7 altars and offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Balaam said to Balak, stay here beside your offering while I meet with him over there. The Lord met with Balaam and put a word in his mouth and said, go back to Balak and give him this word. So he went to him and found him standing beside his offering with the Moabite officials. Balak hoped that changing the location that Balaam was going to put the curse on him then. Here we go again, thinking that the Lord going to change his mind. He said he ain't going to put no curse on him while you steady asking for it. Balak asked him, what did the Lord say? Then he spoke his message. Arise, Balak, and listen. Hear me, son of Zippor. God is not human, that he should lie. Not a human being, that he should change his mind. Does he speak and then not act? Does he promise and not fulfill? I have received a command to bless. He has blessed, and I cannot change it. No misfortune is seen in Jacob, no misery observed in Israel. The Lord their God is with them. The shout of the king is among them. God brought them out of Egypt. They have the strength of a wild ox. There is no divination against Jacob. No evil amends against Israel. It will now be said of Jacob and of Israel, see what God has done. The people rise like lions. They rouse themselves like a lion that does not rest till it devours its prey and drinks the blood of its victims. God rebuked Balak. If God is for Israel, then no one could be against them. Then Balak said to Balaam, neither curse them at all, nor bless them at all. Balaam answered, did I not tell you I must do whatever the Lord says? Balak was getting stressed Even though Balaam was corrupt, he still committed to faithfully report what God said. Then Balak said to Balaam, "Come, let me take you to another place. Perhaps it will please God to let you curse them for me from there." And Balak took Balaam to the top of Peor, overlooking the wasteland. Balaam said, "Build me 7 altars here and prepare 7 bulls and 7 rams for me." Balak did as Balaam had said and offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Now when Balaam saw that it pleased the Lord to bless Israel, he did not resort to divination as at other times, but turned his face toward the wilderness. When Balaam looked out and saw Israel encamped tribe by tribe, the Spirit of God came on him. Even after 2 unsuccessful tries, Balak still was trying to get Balaam to change his mind. Balak has not learned that God was for Israel and not against them. But Balaam, he should have caught on. He should have caught on to what's going on. And he spoke his message. The prophecy of Balaam, son of Beor. The prophecy of one whose eye sees clearly. The prophecy of one who hears the words of God, who sees a vision from the Almighty, who falls prostrate, and whose eyes are open. How beautiful are your tents, Jacob, your dwelling places of Israel. Like valleys, they spread out like gardens beside a river, like aloes planted by the Lord, like cedars beside the waters. Water will flow from their buckets. Their seed will have abundant water. Their king will be greater than the Gag. Their kingdom will be exalted. God brought them out of Egypt. They have the strength of a wild ox. They devour hostile nations and break their bones in pieces. With their arrows they pierce them. Like a lion they crouch and lie down. Like a lioness who dares to rouse them. May those who bless you be blessed, and those who curse you be cursed. The prophecy speaks of a blessing of God on Israel and directly rebukes Balak for trying to curse Israel. Then Balak's anger burned against Balaam. He struck his hands together and said to him, "I summoned you to curse my enemy, but you have blessed them 3 times. Now leave at this once and go home. I said I would reward you handsomely, but the Lord has kept you from being rewarded." Balaam answered Balak, "Did I not tell the messengers you sent me? Even if Balak gave me all the silver and gold in his palace, I could not do anything of my own accord, good or bad, to go beyond the command of the Lord. I must say only what the Lord says. Now I am going back to my people, but come, let me warn you what this people will do to your people in days to come." Balak built 21 altars. He had 21 bulls, 21 rams for no reason. So since Balaam was there, he like, you know what? All right, I might well go ahead and give y'all a free prophecy. You know, so I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all what's finna go down. Then he spoke his message. The prophecy of Balaam, son of Beor. The prophecy of one whose eye sees clearly. The prophecy of one who hears the words of God, who has knowledge from the Most High, who sees a vision from the Almighty, who falls prostrate and whose eyes are open. I see him, but not now. I behold him, but not near. A star will come out of Jacob. A scepter will rise out of Israel. He will crush the foreheads of Moab, the skulls of all the people of Shep. Edom will be conquered. Seir, his enemy, will be conquered. But Israel will grow strong. A ruler will come out of Jacob and destroy the survivors of the city. So the Lord will eventually rule over nations surrounding Israel. Balak, which is the king of Moabites, must have felt bad hearing how Balaam cursing Moab instead of Israel. Then Balaam saw Amalek and spoke his message. Amalek was first among the nations, but their end would be utter destruction. Then he saw the Kenites and spoke his message. Your dwelling place is secure. Your nest is set in a rock. Yet you Kenites will be destroyed when Ashur takes you captive. Then he spoke his message. Alas, who can live when God does this? Ships will come from the shores of Cyprus. They will subdue Ashur and Eber, but they too will come to ruin. Then Balaam got up and returned home, and Balak went his own way. Both of them left with an attitude. Balak wanted Israel cursed, and Balaam wanted Balak's money. But since God is for Israel, nobody can be against them. Balak understood Israel's strength. He understood that their strength was spiritual. And he knew if they could win the spiritual battle, they can win the war battle. And if we spend more time and attention building our spirituality, we too can go through, we too can have strong faith and go through our type of war. our type of trials, our type of fire, whatever you want to call it. We can go through it and be just like Israel. We can go through it just like how Israel going through it. They fighting these small battles, they win the small battles, and they get ready for the big battle. That's what I think. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that right there. And hey, tomorrow Saturday, the weekend coming up, my birthday coming up. I may not be here Saturday. Y'all know I ain't gonna be here Sunday. Monday is my birthday, so I may not be here Monday. But I will catch y'all Tuesday. But I'll let y'all know. I might pop up. I might pop up. But y'all have a blessed weekend. And hey, I'm out.